And this hangout on air is now live. I am Len. I just doing a hangout. My YouTube channel is a Potter's Pickers, and basically, I wanted to make a video tonight to kind of share a haul video that I made. I want to show you something that sold really well that I hope people on I hope people who are reselling will keep an eye out for this stuff because it's going to make some good money, and it's so important that sharing information. There's things you just don't know. It's so important that we have this community put together. Because I've learned so much. I feel like I'm definitely taking much more than I'm giving. And sometimes I even feel like, I'm creating competition. So I don't want to, I started my YouTube account here and I started to make a lot of haul videos and stuff like that. And then I was like, yeah, I don't want to share this. For one, I don't want to really feel like I'm boasting or whatever, but at the same time, I don't want to be selling against some of you guys. I mean, that's kind of the bottom line. I just do not want to be selling against some of you guys just flat out. But I do want to share some things that I found. Basically, here's the thing. I started a new job, and I've learned a real big lesson here. The job that I had before the one I have now, I had a ton of freedom. I was selling over the road. I could pull in if I was going past a thrift store. I could just pull in real quick. I'm just gonna run here, see what they got for coffee mugs. I'm gonna go in here and really quick I'm gonna look at t-shirts and stuff. So I'm now in a job where I basically work like 7 to 5. I'm strapped to a desk, and I'm lucky if I get lunch. And I'm learning a really important lesson in just a short time that I've been on eBay is like activity begets activity. You have got to keep listing. And I've been really lazy with listing. It's for a couple reasons. One is because of all the time. I'm still picking on the weekends. I'm still going to auctions and estate sales, but my wife and I also do a flea market, or at least we used to. And as of this week, we're done with it because it's too much time commitment for too little money. So we're pulling out of the flea market, and that's it. That's 10 hours that we're giving ourselves to dedicate to selling online. It's just far more lucrative. It's time better spent. And that's the thing is you have to figure out where you're going to optimize, where's the best bang for the buck. I love the flea market. I love the social aspect of it, the face-to-face. And let's face it, there's some items that we sell that a picture just doesn't do it justice. You just have to see this stuff. So there's certain items that I have that it's like the pictures just don't do them justice. I've got a compass off of a World War II Navy ship that the picture just does nothing for it, but you see this thing and you behold it firsthand. It's like, man, it's awesome. So I've learned that, and so today it was like, we're turning into hoarders here. I'm still picking. I get home late. I'm dog tired. I go to bed. I'm still picking, and I've got all this stuff. So today, we listed about 25 items. We just were like, no picking today. We are just going to buckle down. And well, I did end up picking today. I went to help a friend manage his Twitter account. We drove past a garage sale. I'll show you some of that stuff. But as I was listing today, just tonight, I was kind of finishing up. Basically, what I'm doing is I start drafts, right? I take pictures, write a title, and my wife will do research. She will write descriptions, look up pricing and shipping and everything like that. So we work together, and man, since she has started contributing more and really kind of understanding the system, it's really made us so much more productive. So today, getting 25 items listed was huge for us, huge, because before I took this new job, I was making $1,000 a month. Um, Now I'm down to about 400 a month. So that's big, and I guarantee I am not making that up in my new job. Like it's not like I'm making $600 extra per month. So it's a hit to us. So we just got to buckle down, be very, very careful with our time and make the most of it. So okay, something I want to show you today, and this gets down to a few things. One is just knowing product. One is the importance of the community. These two aspects were so important in me getting an item like this. This I heard first on YouTube about snapback hats, especially vintage starter hats made in the USA. This is not a starter hat. This is just an official NHL sports specialist made in Korea. This isn't even a starter hat, but it's the silver and black, baby. And you can see, I mean, anybody who is of my vintage, a child of the 80s and 90s, this hat, this logo, right? And the silver and black. So I had a Raiders hat that was like stonewashed back in December. I got $60 for. This I paid 50 cents for at a garage sale, and it's been sitting in my basement for about 2 weeks. And so today listing, I got this up within a half hour. I had 3 offers on this hat, all for the same amount of money. And I said, look, someone's got to break the tie here, So, I know some people don't necessarily like the best offer thing. There's things about best offer I don't like either. Like, for example, when someone accepts your counter offer and then they take 3 or 4 days to pay, that's kind of a pain to me. Whereas when it's just buy it now and that's it, they pay or they don't, they can't complete the transaction. It's not that way. I wish eBay and PayPal would work together to kind of get that figured out. But nonetheless, this I learned about through eBay, or I'm sorry, these items I learned about through YouTube, through the picking community, who is so generous in sharing information. And look, it's how I get a lot of my items, like Scavenger's Life. I love the Scavenger's Life and how they share. I love the Resellers Roundtable, and I posted this hat in Resellers Roundtable. I just took a screen cap of the picture from my listing, and I just put it, and someone said, hey, there's someone responded. Basically, my post, I said this. I said, listed this half an hour ago, had 3 offers on it, sold it for $36, paid 50 cents at a garage sale. And then I said, vintage Kings and Raiders are money, folks. And someone responded and said, right, especially with Straight Outta Compton coming out. I don't know what that is. Obviously I know what Straight Outta Compton is with, NWA back in the day, but I don't know if there's some movie or some concert collaboration coming together that is making this stuff hot right now. So keep an eye out for it. I'm sure starter jackets. I even wonder if like British Knights, if you could find some old British Knights t-shirts or tennis shoes from back in the day. I don't know if anyone's really preserving that kind of stuff or what, I don't know, maybe, but yeah, it's interesting for sure, and it's just the importance of the community. It is just, that is how important the community is to our mutual success here. So I'm just really thankful for everybody who takes the time to go through their hauls and talk about their numbers and Michael and the the guys over Jay and Ryan. You know, it's been so massively helpful to me. So you know, I just want to share and give my gratitude to you guys. I'm just gonna put a little something up here on Facebook, actually. So bear with me here. Pardon me. We got another watcher, so there we go. So anyhow, so let me go through my haul today, because I was going over to a friend's house. You know, I manage 5 Twitter accounts on top of, you know, I understand social media. And sometimes it's a curse because everybody wants my help with it, and I'm happy to help. I really am, because it's really powerful. This friend of mine who opened a guitar shop that's got these crazy high-end guitars. I'm talking like one-of-a-kind handmade luthier guitars for like $40,000-$50,000, like no lie. So I was helping him, and I drove past a garage sale. And at this garage sale, now I don't do Amazon at all. I just don't have the time or the inclination right now. I want to, you know, I dabbled with it. I wanted to get into it. I was scanning books and trying to find stuff. And I'm like, you know what? I just don't have time. I feel like I've got to build a firm foundation on eBay first before I start spreading myself too thin. So I want to show you, I did get some books, but I didn't scan them. But I got a whole pile of old vintage ham radio books. Now I got to tilt my laptop down here a little bit. I paid 25 cents a piece for these books. 25 cents. All right. So these all have to do with ham radio. And they're all from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and early 80s. So very good vintage. And I asked, I'm like, look, do you have the equipment? Because I know how well vintage electronics does. I've sold a little bit of it. I've got lucky and scored a couple of old Walkmans and things like that, turntables, record players, things like that. So he's like, no, I'm not selling that. That's like his hobby horse. So he's just kind of getting rid of the old outdated books. So I went through, you know, sold and completed listings on all these books, and I have 11 books here. I have this, I don't know if this is dipole long wire antennas. This is a $22 book on eBay, sold on eBay for $22 under completed listings. And yes, it was sold. This one, 25 cents. Amateur radio antenna handbook, sells on eBay, $19.50. And then I got like 4 of these. The radio amateur's handbook. Again, 25 cents. Check that out. How can you beat that? I got a call coming in on Skype. Let me decline that. So this is, you know, what's funny is like the thicker books are like $5, $10 books. I got, let's see, this one's from 1968. This is about a $12 book. This is from 1973, 25 cents. This is a $10 book, FM and repeaters for the radio amateur. Back in the day, it was $4. I got it for a quarter today. It sells for $10. Hints and Kinks for the radio amateur. Pretty sweet. $10 book. The Radio Amateur Handbook. This one's 1966. Bought it for 25 cents. Sells for $14.95. I got the 1981 handbook. That is a $10 book. Paid a quarter for it. $12.99 for Now You're Talking, Discover the World of Ham Radio. This is from like 1970 or something. What is the copyright date on this? Stuff's just cool, you know? 1991, so it's not that old. Then I scored these guys. I got 2 of this Dimensioning Intolerances book. I got 2 of these. They're identical near as I can tell. Maybe there's some difference, but clearly they went in a binder. They're hole punched. Got 2 of them. There's one currently listed for $151 on eBay. That's a current listing. Sold listings, the high end is $90. The low end is about $40. So the way I see it, if I go on the low end with everything, I got $197 worth of books for $2.75. So that's not bad. And, I don't know. I don't want to go on a whole Amazon rant thing. I know there's people who love Amazon. I know there's people who make a great living on Amazon, and good on you. But I just can't imagine standing in a store scanning books and toys all day. To me, that just sounds like, I'd just as soon just go work in a factory for me. But if that's what you do, like, cool. I like going into thrift stores and garage sales and estate sales and auctions and just finding weird stuff, weird, obscure, ceramics especially. Love ceramics. So anyhow, another thing I want to talk about, which I have 4 people watching me right now on Twitter. On Twitter, on my phone here, I have an app called Meerkat. And Meerkat is pretty cool because it allows you to live stream. Like right now, I am live streaming on Meerkat. I have 4 or 5 people watching right now, 4 watchers right now. So what's cool about this is a free app you can get on the in the Apple Store or whatever. And it just allows you to live stream whatever it is you're doing, So like I was out picking today. I was on Meerkat while I was doing this. I got a haircut yesterday. I was on Meerkat, in some sense, it's just kind of that social relatability thing, like, but now you can see in real time what it is I'm doing. You're not seeing something that's been edited down and stuff like that. You can see it as I'm doing it. People got to hear me work the deal to get these books. They heard me walk away. They had a really nice PV tripod and microphone. Like a tripod mic stand and microphone and everything. I was negotiating that deal. I didn't get it because I would have made a little money on it, but the juice just wasn't worth the squeeze. So, but I'm looking at this Meerkat thing, and it's like it allows us to do things on site, real time, while we're picking. What am I thinking while I'm doing it? How am I negotiating? And I know there's people who do that. I know, like Craigslist Hunter, he puts the GoPro camera on the bill of his hat and he makes all his videos, and those are cool. I like that and everything. But you know what, dude? It's just another tool. That's all it is. It's just another tool to help us be successful as a community, as resellers. So it's interesting. I'm very interested to see what the future has, because I haven't been doing this long. And what I see is, like, my observation is, what reality TV has done to the business. You see people out scanning books everywhere you go. You see people, you can't go to an estate sale without waiting 20 minutes in line to get in the house and everything, because everybody wants a piece of it, so what I'm hoping is that there's probably just going to be a lot of flashes in the pan, people who realize it's not for them. People who they look at reality TV and they see, like, oh yeah, this is easy. It's easy. You just go out, you find stuff, you take pictures of it, throw it on eBay. No, it's work. And anyone who does this for a living, and I don't, still, this is just a side thing for me right now at this point. It's work. It's real work. And, I think once people realize that, they get away from it pretty quick. So, but, I'm sure you see it too. You can't go into a Goodwill without seeing people just scanning the books. And Go into Walmart, see people scanning the books. It's like, man, hard way to make an easy living. But anyhow, the Meerkat thing is awesome. I hope that we get to use it as a community. Follow me. Let's see. I am at Potter_Pickers on Twitter. I am going to be using this a lot for just chatting. Just say, hey, what's up? I'm going to be using it while I'm picking. I'm going to be using it while I'm shipping. I'm going to be using it while I'm, listing. I'm just going to use this stuff, I'm just going to use all of it. And hopefully we can, expand this community even more and become more of a blessing and a benefit to one another. So, and for those of you who are watching me right now on Meerkat, you can go to my YouTube channel. It's called The Potter's Pickers. I have a few haul videos up there. There isn't a whole lot of content on that channel. I've got mainly like a few haul videos, but I do have a really good video. At least I think it's a good video. It's about 19 minutes, how to get more qualified Twitter followers. In fact, those of you who are watching me on Meerkat right now, we probably started following each other through the process, which I describe on this video I made 2 months ago. Again, my YouTube channel is called The Potter's Pickers. You can find me over there. The video is called How to Get More Qualified Twitter Followers. I recommend you watch it because I think it'll be really helpful to you. Look, I saw today like some dude is selling an ebook on how to do social media. Look, we ain't splitting the atom here. You don't have to read a friggin' book or pay somebody $2 or $3 or $4 for a stinking ebook on how to do social media. It's literally the easiest thing. Look, I have right now, and I'm not even actively seeking Twitter followers, but it took me a week to get 900 Twitter followers, and I've done nothing in 3 months to get a single one. So anything I've gotten since then, it's been just purely organic from retweets and stuff like that, whatever. But look, man, to have this attitude, like, I'm going to make a buck teaching other people how to do this super ridiculously simple thing. It's so offensive to me. To me, it's countercultural to what it is I see that that people in this community want to accomplish. It's like, are you a reseller? Or are you Tony Robbins? I'm just being straight up with you here. That's just kind of how I feel about it. If you want to do it, if you can make money at it, good on you. There's a sucker born every minute, and there's someone who's born every minute to take that sucker's money. And so I don't begrudge you for it. This is America, so if that's what you're going to do, cool. But what I want to do is contribute what I know about how to get how to get people. It's one thing to make content. It's one thing to make these little Google Hangouts. I've got, not only do I manage 5 Twitter accounts, I manage 2 Facebook pages, and I manage 7 YouTube channels. Okay. I know how to build a YouTube channel. I know how to get a following. I know how to get subscribers. I know how to, what is it you need to contribute to get people coming to you? Because look, what am I offering right now that you can't see at Craigslist Hunter, or that you can't see through, Picking Profits or Scavenger's Life or things like that? It's like, okay, well, either I need to just be a rank copycat, or I need to find a niche. So I feel what it is that I can bring to the table of this community is just a little bit of my knowledge about social media. So I think my next video, I'm going to make a video about Facebook, how to use a Facebook group, how to use your Facebook groups to make money, and not just like, I don't know how, I think this is kind of a nationwide thing. You go to you live in whatever town you live in, there's probably an online garage sale or yard sale or flea market site on Facebook, like a Facebook group where people are like, hey, I've got a bin full of baby clothes for $15. Who wants it all? That kind of thing. Well, that's how my wife and I got started in reselling. We were buying furniture and reselling it on this Facebook group, and we kind of expanded from there. And it happened completely by accident. We bought this piece of furniture, didn't fit. So it's like, well, we'll take a couple pictures, put it on the garage sale site. And it was all these responses. So many people wanted it. Well, we were buying from the factory. Went back to the factory. I loaded up my van, brought it home, put it together, posted pictures, and I made like $700 in a week selling this stuff. And it was crap. I mean, it was just purely crap, like junk furniture. And people were eating it up. And I didn't sell it as something great. I wasn't selling it for a huge profit either, And as a matter of fact, I basically was telling people, like, look, I'm selling it for half a retail. This isn't great stuff, but if you need, it's like toy boxes and stuff like that. Nonetheless, so I've used Facebook groups in that aspect, and I've also started my own Facebook group. A little different than the Resellers Roundtable, which is mostly resellers. I have a Potter's Pickers Facebook group, where basically my whole thing there is I want to connect collectors with resellers. So I go into these garage sale groups and these flea market groups, and I said, hey, join us. If you're sick of weeding through baby clothes and Avon and Mary Kay and all that stuff, and you're a buyer who collects certain things, like we have in this group 15 resellers who we go to auctions, we do estate sales, thrifting, garage sales, everything. You tell us what you're looking for, we'll find it for you. We'll negotiate a fair price, and it's all done openly and honestly, with like a lot of transparency. So it's very much a community there too. That's something I've been building just for the last few months. I think I have about 150 members to that group, which is small. It's small, but look, it's just another avenue. It's just another avenue. That's all it is. So, so anyhow, I think that'll probably be my next video. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I hope everybody starts using this Meerkat app. I think it's cool. I think it can be a lot of fun. I think it can be really informative. And I think it'll save us all time. That's the other thing. I think it'll save everyone a whole lot of time, because the other thing with this Meerkat app, not only can you stream it live, but you can do two things. You end the video, and it's like, okay, you can hit the home button. That video is gone forever. Or you can save it to your phone, save it to your device, use it, upload it later. If you want to put it on your YouTube channel or put it on Facebook, whatever, you have it there then, no big deal. So, but I hope a lot more people start using it. I think it's awesome. I think it can be really cool. Like, look, imagine going through a thrift store and you're walking around and it's like, how it is, right? You got, unless you're one of these people who carries like an iPad with you or something, and you can look at completed listings. And that's, by the way, if anyone has an angle or knows of an app for the iPhone where you can look at completed listings, I would love to see that. Anyhow, how cool would it be for the community? Like, you're walking past stuff and all of a sudden, you can interact on Meerkat. There's little, chat will come up right at the bottom of the screen here and say, hey, you just walked past whatever. Go get that. That's money. Check it out, or you pick something up, you think it's good. It's like, no, wait, there's, put that down. Like, that's the real time kind of stuff that we as a community can do, It's, I don't know, man. I think that it's an awesome app, and I hope everyone starts using it. If you start using it, please send me a message. I will follow you on Twitter. You can follow me. Usually, you know, I'm picking on lunch and I'm picking on the weekends and everything. So anyhow, that's pretty much all I have to say right now. I'm going to end my broadcast right here on Google Plus. I hope you'll follow me on Twitter. I hope you'll subscribe to my YouTube channel. And you know, I would love to have somebody in the community, you know, whether it's within Resellers Roundtable, to, you know, I've never had like a professional, someone who's doing it full time, look at my YouTube, or not my YouTube, look at my eBay store and say, Len, here's what you need to do differently. If there's anyone who's willing to do that, who would be willing to spend a half hour with me on Skype or something and just, you know, tell me what I'm doing, if what I'm doing is right, to keep doing what I'm doing, or if there's changes I need to make, you know, again, I would really appreciate that. So God bless you guys. Thank you.